Hey everyone, Chris Traxler, Senior Vice President of Sales here at the 20 and a founding member. And today we're going to talk about the 20. So I want to start with just really, at the end of the day, what is the 20? Where did we get our name? What does it mean? We got our name from the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. If you look at any industry, the top 20% of that industry dominates 80+% of the market share. And so the 20, what are we? Well, we're a master MSP. We're a platform, we're a community founded by a group of MSP owners for MSPs. Our founding group of members cracked the code on scale, growth, and profitability, and we landed at the top of the top 20%. And we currently operate as a 9-figure MSP ourselves. The entire premise of the 20 is to share all of this, everything we've learned and what we use today to continue to grow and scale, to provide any MSP the tools, the team, the platform, community, and peer groups to instantly catapult their business into the top 20%. So that begs the question, what is a top 20% MSP? Well, a few things. One, they are a 24/7 operation, true 24/7, not on-call after hours or an answering service. They are live answer help desk with 90 seconds or better response time. They can check the box for compliance. Every kind of compliance, SOC 2, Type 2, CMMC Level 2, NIST, you name it, they've got it. They've got a national footprint. They're not confined to just one local market. They're operationally mature. What do I mean by that? They operate with dedicated service delivery teams. They've got a help desk, field services, projects, account management. They leverage standardization and best practices. They leverage proven systems versus depending on one or two key employees. And they operate from one unified service delivery model versus your typical good, better, and best precious metals plans. A top 20%er leverages a unique pricing model that creates complete goal alignment between the IT provider and the client. And most important, a top 20%er is high growth and high profitability. They're going to have 20 to 30% year-over-year growth rate or better. They're going to operate with better than 10 to 15% EBITDA. And they're going to have better than 95% client retention. At the end of the day, a top 20%er can scale on demand without having to worry about who they need to hire to support that next client. So the question is, why does this really matter? Why should you care? Well, unless you've been living under a rock, you've seen a massive push for M&A in the MSP space. There are now several large platform MSPs on an acquisition spree, creating large, very capable, mature MSPs that can compete at a completely different level than your average MSP with less than 10 employees and a handful of techs. They can do IT better, faster, and cheaper than your average MSP. The number one reason our MSP is winning new business, the client felt like they outgrew their existing MSP. They needed an MSP with a larger footprint, more operational maturity, less risk. The market is changing and it's only going to get harder and harder for the small guy to continue to survive, let alone thrive staying on their own island. There's increased risk and challenges with compliance, security, and quite frankly, just keeping up with the pace of how fast tools and technology change. If we don't change, we're going to be left in the dust. The 20 can give an MSP owner everything they need to become a top 20%er except for one thing, the right mindset. We talk to hundreds of MSPs every week, and the owners really fall into one of two groups. Lifestyle business owners and technicians who like the idea of growth but are more focused on the tools and tech and are unwilling to change. They more or less have a job and no shortage of excuses about why they just don't have the time to work on their business. Then there are the growth-minded owners. They realize they don't and can't have all the answers, that it's easier to replicate success from a proven model versus trying to invent one on their own. They are good business owners first, technicians second. They see their MSP as a sales engine and service company that happens to do IT. But most importantly, they aren't in love with their tool set or their way of doing things. They're willing to get out of their comfort zone, adapt, implement, and execute to work on their business instead of in their business. These are the guys that join the 20 and 2 or 3x their business in less than 24 months and build something of real value. Maybe you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Maybe you're burned out from being the lead technician on call 24/7. Maybe you're tired of having a job and want to build a real business that's valuable so you can build real equity for the future, your family and your kids. Maybe you've tried every other program out there, guru or coach, and you're still stuck. If that's you, I'd encourage you to reach out and start a conversation with the 20. If a guy like me with very little technical experience can launch an MSP from absolute zero in a small town with 0 contacts and no clients, and grow it using the 20 to over $1 million in revenue in less than 18 months, imagine what's possible with your MSP. If this is even remotely interesting to you, I'd love to share my story with you and how I did it, and how hundreds of other MSPs are doing it as members of the 20. Reach out and book a meeting with our channel team to start a conversation.